yesterday offered a rare look at this eternal struggle with two manufactured controversies unfolding in the same day, 2 points of criticism aimed at Sony and Microsoft respectively, which are frankly, some of the dumbest takes I've ever seen in years. And I've been watching Fanboy Flame Wars for a long time. God of War animation recycling. On the PlayStation side, some Xbox fans were highlighting the fact that God of War Ragnarok doesn't look all that much different than the last God of War, and showed off clips that had Kratos using the same animation to get into a boat that he did in the last game. God of War Ragnarok, of course, is a direct sequel to God of War, built on the same engine and using a lot of the same work that was done on the first game. The idea that somehow in a sequel, Kratos needs to get into a boat in a different way, is a criticism I just can't wrap my head around. Why, exactly, would you need to start from scratch for basic animations like that, throwing out existing work purely for its own sake? That kind of criticism makes zero sense. Are they going to be mad that throwing and recalling the Leviathan Axe works the same way too? Asset reuse is a constant fan criticism of games, but it's a core part of the industry and a standard practice, so you don't have to start from scratch on literally everything you ever make. Sure, there are instances where the copy and pasting can be a bit too obvious, but here? With boat entry animation? You are really reaching when that's the worst thing you can say about a preview like Ragnarok's. Redfall's graphics are bad. But on the flip side, I'd probably consider this one even worse. There has been a leak of images of Redfall, the upcoming Arkane vampire shooter, and the criticism from Sony fans is that the game looks terrible, in a pre-alpha dev build test state. The screenshots shown here are clearly very old and very unfinished. Many of them have clear dev assets in them: start mission buttons, spawn enemy buttons. There are shots in third person when we've been told this game is supposed to be an FPS. This is old, and early, and does not deserve to have any conclusions drawn about the final look or state of the game. In fact, many developers were quick to point out how long games go looking terrible ahead of release, and things don't really come together until the last minute. Here's Destiny, for example, in alpha again. This is an absurd criticism that has no bearing in reality.